Hello students, hearty welcome to our class. Hope you are all fit and fine. I think you have watched, enjoyed and got an idea about singular and plural nouns. Before we start our class, let us have a recapitulation of our previous class. It's time to recap. The full form of the word recap is recapitulation. So what did we learn in our earlier class? We have learnt about nouns, singular and plural. So here what did we understand? Singular and plural forms will be there only for nouns. And we have learnt many rules and regulations. How should we change the words into plural forms? Some in a very simple manner. Some of the nouns we have to follow the rules. Means you have to remember them. Example. Add es to the nouns that end in ch, sh, o, s, ss, x and z to get their plural forms. See here, fox, foxes, princess, princess, ostrich, ostriches. If you observe this slide here, you can observe the words, and some of the words are in different color and some of the words in different colors also. With the help of that, you can understand very easily. I believe that you have gone through each and every slide carefully and followed the precautions to get an idea about the concept. So here they have given what is meant by plural noun, definition of plural noun, nothing but more than one. They have given examples related along with pictures also. And here an example with singular noun. It's time to know the answers. Let us go through the answers. Fill in the blanks with the plurals of the nouns in brackets. I think every one of you enjoyed a lot at the time of doing these exercises. Answer for first question, diaries. Here I am spelling out also. I am telling the spelling of each and every word at the time of after announcement of the answers. Go through those also carefully and check your spellings very carefully. Diaries. The spelling is diaries. Diaries. Second one, cities. 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 Third one, trolleys. trolleys or trolleys. Both are acceptable. Better write both answers for the sake of understanding. Fourth one, cherries. cherries. Fifth one, countries. 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 Sixth one, dwarf. How can you write that? Dwarfs. dwarfs. Dwarfs or dwarves. Both are acceptable. Seventh one, monkeys. 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 Eighth one, ladies. 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 Ninth one, shelves. We have come across this word at the time of explanation also. shelves. Shelves. 10th one, churches. churches. 11th one, trees. trees. 12th one, bushes. 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 13th one, boxes. 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 14th one, peaches. 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 15th one, buses. 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 16th one, photographs. 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 17th one, volcanoes. VOLCANOES or VOLCANOS, volcanoes. 18th one, kangaroos. KANGAROOS, only S is added. 19th one, heroes. HEROES, heroes. 20th one, tomatoes. TOMATOES, tomatoes. Exercise N. Now complete the dialogue with the plural forms of the singular nouns in the box. First one already they have given. Second one, syllabi. Here if you observe, they have given the singular forms. You have to write the plural forms. I have given you guidelines already very clearly in the previous video to do the assigned work in a better way. Here for these words also I am going to spell out, children. Just go through the check your spelling also. Second one, syllabi. SYLLABI, syllabi. Third one, events. EVENTS, events. Fourth one, tours. TOURS, tours. Fifth one, states. STATES, states. Sixth one, monuments. MONUMENTS, monuments. Seventh one, museums. MUSEUMS, museums. Eighth one, sanctuaries. SANCTUARIES. I am repeating once again, go through carefully. SANCTUARIES, sanctuaries. Ninth one, libraries. LIBRARIES, libraries. 10th one, encyclopedias. Spelling ENCYCLOPEDIAS, encyclopedias. One more way of writing also, ENCLOPEDIAE. 11th one, students. 12th one, seniors. Students spelling for 11th one, STUDENTS. 12th one, seniors spelling SENIORS, seniors. 13th one, women. WOMEN, women. 14th one, heads of department. HEADS, heads. OF, of. Department. DEPARTMENT, heads of department. 15th one, pages. PAGES. 16th one, rules and regulations. RULES, rules, and regulations. REGULATIONS, regulations. Now exercise O, fill in the blanks with the correct options. First one are, second one has, third one is, fourth one is, fifth one is, sixth one is, seventh one is, eighth one is, ninth is, 10th is, 11th has, 12th have. So here children, 1 to 6 they have given here. I have read all completely in this page only. Please go through those all as I have read out the question numbers also. Don't get confused. Did you get an idea what are we going to learn now? Yes, today we are going to learn about nouns, countable and uncountable. What is meant by countable and uncountable? I believe that you have got an idea by going through the heading itself. And what's the definition related to that? Countable nouns have plural forms. Countable nouns means nothing but which can be counted. The names of people and things that can be counted are countable nouns, and they have plural forms also. We have already learned in our previous video about singular noun and plural noun. Singular noun means it is related to one person, place, animal or thing. Plural noun means it is related to more than one person, place, animal or thing. So countable nouns have plural forms. It can be singular and plural. That has to be understood by you very clearly by going through this definition or sentence related to countable nouns. Countable nouns are objects that can be counted as separate units using numbers. Here itself you can understand very easily. Plural form means what? Nothing but more than one number. What can be counted? So here what are they telling? That can be counted as separate units using numbers. We use the numbers, we can count them. See the first example. So here for the sake of understanding they have given the pictures related to examples also, which helps you to understand very easily. 2 spoons, 6 students, which can be counted. So that's why these are the examples related to countable nouns. Always remember, countable means which can be counted. That if you are able to remember, it's more than enough to answer the exercises very easily and to use these words at the time of communication. Countable nouns can be both singular and plural. Add s to form the plural of most nouns. Here to most of the nouns generally what do we add? We add s at the end of the noun to make it plural, to change the singular form into plural. Just try to recall about earlier videos also. Connectivity and cohesiveness will be there between video to video. If you did not watch earlier or previous video, you feel little bit difficult to understand this, as some of the definitions related to that also will be added in this at the time of explanation. Those all should be followed by you very carefully. Follow the guidelines given by the respective teacher to enhance your skills related to the particular subject. This is mandatory. Uncountable nouns are objects that cannot be separated and counted individually. Until now we have learnt about countable nouns which can be counted, and we have gone through some examples also. Now what are we going to learn? We are going to learn about uncountable nouns. In the name itself we can understand. Those are the nouns, means name of a person, place, animal or thing which cannot be counted. It is not possible to count. Why is it not possible? Those many will be there. Or for some examples there is no possibility of counting. So here what did they give? Are objects, means things that cannot be separated. We can't separate them. 2 spoons I have told. Separately we can show this is 1 spoon, this is 1 spoon. 6 students. We can see 6 people there. But here we can't show separately like that. And it cannot be counted individually. What are those? Those come under uncountable nouns. We use quantifiable words such as much, some, or a little before uncountable nouns to quantify them, means to tell the quantity. Such kind of words are used before uncountable nouns. I need to add some sugar in this coffee or to this coffee. means very little amount. Like this we had, as a sugar you can't count each crystal, no? How many crystals are there in this sugar? I'll give you a spoon of sugar, and how can you tell the number related to that? Are you going to start counting the crystals in that sugar, spoon of sugar? It looks crazy also for the people if you start doing like that. So such kind of items comes under, or nouns comes under, uncountable nouns. And one more point you have to remember, abstract nouns are mostly uncountable. Abstract nouns means what? It is related to our feelings. Okay, abstract nouns are related to our feelings that cannot be counted. Those also comes under what kind of noun? Those also come under uncountable nouns. Did you remember what is the definition of uncountable noun? Abstract noun? Or do I have to repeat once again? I'll repeat. Listen. An abstract noun is the name of something that you cannot touch, taste, hear, smell, or see. So, you will not use your five senses here. It refers to a thing which does not have a material form. Physical presence will not be there. That has to be felt by you, or you have to feel. Patriotism, you can show through your action. Material form or a physical form you can't show. In the same manner for courage and laziness also. Laziness, no need to explain the meaning of the word, as you are very familiar with that, students. So abstract nouns are mostly uncountable. So what is this here? What can you understand by going through this slide? Here, singular form and plural form. These are the examples of uncountable nouns. Snow. Even in singular and plural, both will be alike. Floor. Here also. Floor, floor. Jam, jam. So, uncountable nouns for singular and plural we will use same. How can you separate? Or how can you use them for speaking? We use quantifiable words such as some or a little before uncountable nouns to quantify them. How much quantity you need? Much snow, more snow, some flour, or a little jam, very less. So like that you show the variation at the time of speaking, at the time of using uncountable nouns. Here it is very important, singular and plural in the same form you are using. And we are using quantifiable words like much, some or little before uncountable nouns to quantify them. So these are the exercises. Let us go through the exercises given in your grammar and more. And what's the page number? Page number 33. One noun for many words. I think you did not come across such kind of headings until now. It's very interesting, and if you are able to remember these words, you can use them at the time of communication, which will be pleasing to listeners. You can grab the attention of the listeners very easily by using this kind of words. Complete the dialogues with the words from the box. What kind of words they have given there? Let us go through once. And do you know the meanings of those words? It is very essential to know the meanings of those words to answer them correctly. Anonymous, unknown person. Pilot, who is pilot? Who drives an aeroplane? Optimist means he thinks in a positive way. Always he thinks in a positive way and expects something will happen. In which way? In a positive way. In a desirable way. Ambassador. Ambassador means what, children? Who represents our country or who mediates. Island. Do you know the meaning of the word island? Example, Sri Lanka. We come across very frequently this word in our social studies also. Just you go through and recall what's the meaning of the word island. Watchman, the person who guards the house or an organization. Author, who writes a book or fictions or novels. Philanthropist. What is the meaning of the word philanthropist? At least the previous words or the words, the meanings, what did we discuss or what did you learn now? Some of the words you might have come across, but what's the meaning of the word philanthropist? It is a new word for you. So, he is the person who is very generous, who is very kind. He always think about the welfare or goodness of others. Understood? Amateur means non-professional or non-specialist. He is not an expert. Here I have told you the meanings of all the words, and one noun for many words means what? For example, if you want to introduce a person. See here, we'll go through the conversation. What did they give here? First one, Rahul. This is the society's new watchman. Instead of telling Rahul, this is the society's new person who is appointed to guard our society or an apartment or a community. Instead of telling such a lengthy sentence, simply we use a word. This is the society's new watchman. This is the advantage of learning these words. So go through the exercise carefully. Remember the meanings of these words to answer the exercise without mistakes. Here they have given the description or definitions related to countable and uncountable nouns. What did we discuss until now? And below these definitions or explanation, they have given an exercise. Read the following dialogue. And what should you do after reading the dialogue? I'll tell you. Just to go through the dialogue, underline the common nouns in the dialogue you have read and write them in the correct columns. What should you write there? So, for example, we'll go through. You have underlined the word batter or cake. Under which category it comes? Whether it comes under countable or uncountable. How can you decide? Some look like both. You may get confusion at the time of answering. As per the situation, you have to decide whether the word comes under countable or not. And the next exercise is cross out the countable noun in each list of uncountable nouns. Write U in the circle provided. So cross out the uncountable noun. So what should you do? Go through the 4 words. What did they give for each question? And you have to keep cross out into mark X on the uncountable noun, and for rest of the words come under countable nouns. So just you keep C in all the circles and you have to cross out the uncountable noun in this set of words. Just you enjoy a lot by doing these exercises, children. These are all objective type questions you are answering, and you have to answer in your grammar and more only. I think no need to stress this point again, as we have started our session with the grammar and more only. And I also believe everyone is answering with a pencil only. And when I am announcing the answers in the next video, everybody is checking and correcting your mistakes. It's a very good habit. Who is following, persist in the same way. Who did not start following until now, at least start now onwards. One more exercise. Complete this crossword of uncountable nouns with the help of the clues. So here they have given a crossword, children, and across. Across means what? Horizontally, down, vertically, and they have given numbers also. And this crossword is not a new topic for you who have the habit of reading magazines and newspapers. In Children Corner, they mention these all crosswords also to sharpen your skills. So go through the guidelines, what did they give, and fill in the boxes or fill in the crossword puzzle without any mistakes. Precautions to be followed to avoid corona. Stay home, stay safe.